Hello there Retro Heads, Benny Williams here for A Hermit's Hideaway, and I've been really excited to film this video for a couple of weeks now. I haven't been able to because I had basically an infection which would have been visible on camera, so I had to wait for that to clear up before I was able to film. But a friend of mine, Matthew Lambourne, who I met through RGDS Podcast, very kindly sent me a package. And basically it is something for obviously the PlayStation 1, which is why I've got the PlayStation 1 out and the CRTV with it, and it's an accessory for it. It's a great accessory, and basically I bought a couple of PS1 games from the charity shop which didn't cost a lot recently. I think they were 40 pence or 50 pence each. I posted them to this really great low-key Facebook page called Retro Gaming Pickups, which is run by my friend Lee Peak, and it's just a really good page for like-minded enthusiasts of games who like to show them off their friends, or see what they picked up, see if anyone's found interesting things and things like that. So it's always fun to see what people get and what you pick up yourself, and if you could do better than what you did before in your last pickup. So for the keenest of eyes, you may have noticed that this isn't really an ordinary PS1, and that's because it's got the LCD, I don't know if it's a TFT screen that they call it as well, but it's basically the attachment screen that you can get that goes on the PS1. It goes into the back, and there's a couple of flathead screwdriver pins that you tighten to attach it in. There's a port for it to go into the AV multi-out as well. It's got also your DC input course. It's got a headphone jack, AV in. So it's pretty much got what you need. It's got brightness adjustment just here, and it's also got volume adjustment just here. And they're really great little things, and quite a few of these were made for various systems. You can get them for the Xbox One, you can get them for the PlayStation 2. You can also get one for the GameCube, which I missed out on once, which is really cool. Now they're going through the roof in price sort of thing. But this isn't what I'm here to talk about today. So it may look like this is what I've received and came in the package, but it's not. So I've got the package right next to me here, and I thought I'd save it for the video, for the unboxing. I've got Destruction Derby 2 just running in the background for now, which is one of the games that I picked up recently from the charity shop for 40 or 50 pence, can't remember which one it was, not that it really matters. It's got a little note in here from Matt, and it says, "To Benny, keep it import, best wishes Matt." So if you don't know Matt already, Matt is a huge import gamer, and he gets some amazing stuff, and obviously quite often, more often than not, you get a better deal. The games are much cheaper, you get almost pristine stock, because for some reason they just seem to be looked after a lot better over in Japan. More often than not as well, the covers tend to be better in the cases as well. He's got a YouTube channel himself called Metz Gaming. As I say, he's a huge import pickup collector, and when he used to be a host for Retro Asylum, he used to put these fantastic videos of where he'd do a £50 challenge, £50 a month, and he'd try and buy as many games as he could to be delivered from this Japanese shop, eBay shop, and get them sent to him. And some of the stuff that he got was absolutely outstanding, some brilliant stuff. Sadly, I think they've been removed from the Retro Asylum YouTube page, because I tried to have a look so I can link you to those, because they were great, but they don't seem to be there no more. But with his own YouTube channel, Metz Gaming, which I'll put down in the description, he's got a couple of Japanese import unboxing videos on there. I do highly recommend that you go and check them out. So in this box, we've got a very lovely boxed Namco gun light gun. So obviously you can tell that what I picked up was a PS1 game, a light gun game at that. And for £40 I was absolutely delighted to find this, and it was point blank. I absolutely loved this as a kid, and I loved it especially in the arcades. It's an amazing game, and I think, I'm not sure if it was this one or the second one, there was a story mode to it as well, which is pretty cool. So I've got quite a few light gun games on the PS1 which I'd like to test out and see if they work at the Gun Con. Reading the Wikipedia PS1 light gun compatible games, there's 3 or 4 different gun variations that work with the games. So some of them may not work with the G-Con, and I may have to get one called a Justifier, which is a bit more compatible with some of the others, but nevertheless the classics like Time Crisis and things like that should work no problem. Obviously, Point Blank being a Namco game, this should be perfect for that, so that should be great. And I do have a copy of Time Crisis, but at the moment it's up in the attic. I haven't got it down in my DVD wallet for some reason, so I'm going to have to grab that down and maybe do another video on that, showing that one off with it working. But as you can see, the box is almost immaculate. This is what I mean by almost pristine by these deliveries that Matt gets from this Japanese eBay shop. Absolutely incredible stuff. Now I am hoping that it is also compatible with the PS1 and it's not just a PlayStation 1 compatible controller, because if it is, I'm going to have to nip up into the attic and grab the old style PS1, the original PlayStation 1, sorry, not PS1, because this is the PS1 and the PlayStation 1 is the big rectangle jobby. So here is the Namco G-Con light gun. And we're going to see if we can plug it in, set it up. Obviously the reason again I need the CRT, because this is only compatible with CRT TVs. It's not compatible with LCD HD TVs. So we're going to set it up, play a couple of games, see if they work and see what we think. Right, so here we go, we're loading the game. I've set up the light gun, I've calibrated it hopefully it will do the job. We're just going to start off with we'll have a go at the training stage, just so we can see how we're doing. Now it is quite difficult for me to try and shoot with it in the I'm going to try it again, but from behind the camera, and hopefully I'll get a bit more accuracy because I can see a bit better. Because I had it in front of the camera ever so slightly. Never mind. The calibration's slightly off because I think I've got it a bit higher than what I had it calibrated to. But the good thing is it is working, which is fantastic. I have a working light gun for my PS1 for my light gun games, which is just great because I was going to buy one, and as I say, Matt very kindly sent it to me free of charge, and I just said to him, "Are you sure you don't want to cover the postage or anything?" And he said no, just sort him out a couple of beers when I see him at one of the next events. So and the good thing is as well, even though this was imported from Japan, it still works on the PAL computers, and obviously, as you can see, it works on the PS1 as well as the PlayStation 1, which is great too. So that was a working point blank. There we go. So hopefully this should work, because as you can see it's another Namco game, so I am hoping, and as you can see from the title, it's called Rescue Shots. I've only tried this through the control pad before, the PlayStation 1 pad, and it works, but it's probably not as good as it would be for a light gun, and it is a light gun game. I've got this game for free when I got this PlayStation 1 with the TV for it as well, so I was quite pleased with that. I was just given it all, so. And this was a few years ago at one of my workplaces. So as I say, because I have some of these PS1 light gun games already, it's just fantastic to be able to actually try and play them now. Because as I say, thankfully Matt hooked me up with one of these and it works perfectly. And of course I've still got a CRT to play with it as well. So this should be interesting. Let's go normal. Who wants to do easy, right? I mean, this is fairly accurate still. It's only ever so slightly off centre, but it's working really quite well. Okay, so when you've got a little swarm of enemies like these, I take it the acorns could just take them all out if you shoot a tree in time, which is very cool. And obviously, by the looks of it, you want to you want to stop them getting to your character, who's just minding his business, walking along the forest, and you're having to try and protect him. Now, I missed that then because I thought it was a bit of an intro, or a cutscene rather, because it's a little bit weird like that, this game. But it is very charming and I do like it. I was wondering if I could shoot him to make him jump or something then. Oh, you can. You shoot him in the butt, not the head, because shoot him in the head, it makes him fall to the floor. So I'm starting to get the hang of this. It actually seems like quite a good game. And again, yeah, really nice with the gun con as well. So I will be revisiting the PS1 gun con light gun with the other games. And there's quite a lot of light gun games which you can get for the PS1 as well. I think there's about 20 or so all in all. So I am also assuming that if you had another gun con, you could play as 2-player. And maybe there might be a bit more on the screen at the same time, I'm guessing. But yeah, so with these for now, I'm going to call it a day with this. I've enjoyed doing it. Like I said, I've most been looking forward to unboxing this and finally getting around to trying it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it me a like. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a like or a subscribe. Make sure you check out Matt Lambourne's Metz Gaming channel. I'm sure he'll be putting up some more pickups in the future of his import collecting. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you again soon.